welcome back to me, welcome back to Thailand. Turulata here from Thailand. I hope you do well. It's 1 and Khan here in Thailand, which is a Tuesday. And I do apologise, I haven't spoken since yesterday because I had an issue with the camera. And my computer, for instance, for some reason has gone haywire. Why, I don't know. There's no sound, no picture, then they got the picture back and there was no sound. And yeah, so it's all gone crazy. So, but I'll find it out. I'll sort it out. Anyway, welcome back to Thailand. Welcome back to me. If you don't know me, I'm Tudor Thai from Thailand. I live, in the Chomdi area, which is around the Pattaya area, for instance, on half of the beach, just around the corner. I'm in my little cubby hole here, for instance, outside, an extension which I built was when I first came here. For instance, in my Thai area where I live. Anyway, so I want to talk about Manchester City, ladies and men. For instance, I don't discriminate. No, but yeah, and like to review the games, talk about the games, because I miss my football club. You know, and yeah, so for instance, I like talking to City fans and like my City fans, because I think we've got very good reasons to celebrate at the moment. And I think, for instance, at the moment, etc., I'm very, very happy with the way things are going with our football club, both on and off the field, with both the men and the ladies. And I think we've got reasons to be happy because we just had a fantastic weekend. For instance, of the men winning 5-1, the ladies winning 4-1. So, for instance, one more by Bunny, for instance, if she could have knocked one of them more penalty in, or who's the goer or whatever. But yeah, I felt for instance, we had another fantastic weekend. It was a trickiest game. Was go Lionesses. I don't like them to call the London City Lionesses. I thought the Lionesses name is for the England team, and not for instance, for anybody else. So I think it was a bit naughty to call themselves the London City Lionesses. I think I regard them as London City, for instance. It's a bit naughty. Anyway, but they came to the Joe Stadium on Sunday. Fantastic turnout, nice day as well. So, let's see what kind of team we put out, because again, for instance, we're coming after a good beaten run since our defeat to Chelsea. So we started off with Yamasita in goal, Kaspari Paraya, Greenwood captain, Virginio, Blinken Brown, Lorna Ham came on for her in 85 minute, Hasegawa, Osabi, Miedema, Lazel came on for the 71st minute, Clinton and Coombs, who came on for the 64th minute, and Shaw. Not used, Keating, Rose, Witherborough, Knapp, and Thomas and Adelini. So yeah, London City started off with Lazel, Perez, Corrales, Kumagai, Assain, Liza, Parris, Brown, Goodwin, Sangari, and Guro, and on the bench Omar, Marash, Izumi, and Kennedy. What did I say about a certain lady called Nikita Parris, for instance? And I did say in my preview, I bet she comes along and scores. And guess what she did? She scores. No surprise, absolutely no surprise. So, but yeah. Anyway, so she, and she could have got 2. So, but let's go through the game. Man City extended our winning run to 4 matches with an excellent 4-1 Barclays Super League win over London City Lionesses. Vladimir Miedema headed back in an opener before Lower Brinken Brown doubled the Blues' advantage in the 14th minute to cap off an incredible start for the host. Nikita Parris halved the deficit soon after, and the visitors grew into the game. As the visitors grew into the game, just every one for a second. As the visitors grew into the Nikita had deficit after the visitors grew into the game, but the moment swung back City's way when Khadija Bunny-Shaw scored from the penalty spot after the hour market. After the Jamaican doubled her tally for the afternoon with another spot kick as stoppage time approached to set the seal on an impressive victory. So what really happened? on the our opponents came into the tie looking for their first straight victory in all competitions. But City started like a house on fire at the Joe Stadium. Yeah, because quite honestly, they were a bit. I said before, like they were a bit buoyed because again, for instance, they've started well. They had their first win against what was it? They won in the League Cup, and then they won in they beat Everton as well in the what's it called, the Superliga. So, but yeah, so they were coming in quite yeah full of themselves. But then the game against Manchester City. For instance, they haven't had a good start against the top four, basically. For instance, so they got beaten by the Rags and they got beat stuff by the Arsenal as well, didn't they? First one to, First, a wonderfully worked team move ended in Kieran Kasparis getting to the byline and floating an excellent cross into the path of Miedema, who squeezed a close range header past Lynette Aleti inside the 11th minute. Just minutes after later, it was 2 after blinking Brown. Yeah, it was a fantastic goal by Miedema. And again, for instance, she does what she does best, etc. She's very good at header at the ball, and that's I think she scored against Everton with a header. But yeah, so she again. Just 3 minutes later, it was 2 when Blinken Brown picked up a loose ball and fired through a crowded body after Alex Greenwood exit. Initial effort has been blocked. Yeah, basically, for instance, you could see that ball just going through the. She just hit it, whatever, and there was like the parting of the Red Sea, and they just went straight into the left-hand corner. For instance, wonderful. Really, really happy. A forensic start to the game continued when Parris found the net against a former club after City then surrendered possession at the edge of the box before she dragged Neffert wide after cutting it in from her left foot. Yeah, I always thought she was their biggest threat. And so it was no really surprise, for instance, when she, she, because she's a good finisher, she's a great footballer. That's the reason why she played for City. But and she's, yeah, it was a half decent goal. Give Nikita any chance to score, she will do so. For instance, and she could have had 2. The visitor also almost levelled in a spectacular fashion when Isabella Goodwin, a Dish's long-range effort bounced just after the target, an indication of how much they have grown into the game after their goal. Yeah, they got a bit of confidence. They did come into it, and again, I thought it was like Man City against Burnley. For instance, City went ahead. The boys went ahead 1-0, and they kind of like laid the gas off it, which you can be like when you're 2-0 up after about 14 minutes. You get. I think there's a certain degree of like it's for instance, this is going to be a big day, whatever, we're expected to win, could be 4 or 5-0, and then suddenly they get back into it by with a class player like Nikita Parris, and then suddenly they're a bit more confident. But regardless of her audacious shot, I didn't think, for instance, it troubled City too much in the goal, and for instance, I thought it would have been saved. Yeah, so you can call it audacious, you can call it you can say whatever you want, but I didn't think it would be it wouldn't worry me. I think we were too worried about it. And just before half-time, they almost draw themselves level when Paris again caused trouble down the left, only to see her effort deflected wide after recovering Grace Pryor. Yeah, for instance, yeah, thank God Grace was in the right position at the right time. Yeah, for again, Paris success is their best player, and she knows how to find the net, and she had the best chance. After that, for instance, I didn't think Lioness's London City, for instance, offered very much at all. City recovered from to the start of the second half in much better fashion, with Niedermeyer forcing a fine save from Letty with a header just before the defending scrambling clear. Again, there she is with a head. Could have scored, could have got a second. After the visitors tired, yeah, I thought they did. I thought they just tired out and City just took the game. I thought we were kind of playing in second gear most of the game, and it started off well. And then, for instance, but when we stepped it up, that was it. Then number 3 would follow from the spot after a handle ball when Shaw stepped up to do the honours and set Letty the wrong way. Yeah, she was. I thought it was very simple for her. It was a clear handball, and Bunny Shaw is, she's never going to miss from there, and she put it onto the left hand corner. A really forceful shot. So yeah, that 3-1. The Blues continue to push forward through substitutes Lower Combs, forcing reaction stop from London City stopper with a vicious shot effort. Yeah, and the efforts were rewarded as stoppage time approached when Shaw grabbed her second and City's fourth when she once again found net from the spot. Expansive, especially in the early days, City posed a real threat out wide with Azabi and Kaspari causing plenty of problems alongside with Virginia. The effort down the flanks dragged the visitors all over the pitch, creating a space in central areas for City to when exploited with Kaspari even assisting the Miedema in the opening goal. The system is free flowing, exciting, and to watch, and the game by game, and it's becoming hugely effective. Lisa Laura Bingham-Brown had deservedly earned the plaudits to her early season performance and provided the perfect foil for Hisagawa in the engine room. She took her goal incredibly well, steadying herself to find a gap, but her performance was much more than her first strike not much more than her first strike in the season. Her energy off the ball was outstanding, with the midfielder often the one to mop up any London City counter attacks. Her excellent start for the season shows no signs of slowing down. Yeah, she's playing really, really well, and again she scored. What was it? Is she the 10th person now to score a goal? And the goals are coming from everywhere at the moment, and that shows you're confident of a good team, of a team playing well. For instance, I think if it was only coming from Miedema or Shaw, you would be a bit concerned, etc. But when I look at the guys, etc., we need more people. You win titles by when everybody contributes. And by the looks of it, for instance, that if she's the 10th person, for instance, to score a goal this season, and for instance, then that can only be a good thing. It means the team's playing well, the efforts are coming, the people have got them all getting confident to score. So yeah, so really, really good. Man of the match, Laura Blinken-Brown, after performance of quality industry, the youngster has been one of the City star performers so far this season, and deservedly added a goal to excellent overall display. So yeah, absolutely. So for instance, again, there's each week by week, etc. We'll talk about different players who are playing well. So when it comes to the manager's comments as well, he's very, very important for what he says. For instance, because you can really feel it when a new manager comes into it. I'm always a bit nervous, but for instance, I'm getting more confident as the time goes on. Leaves us third in the table. There you go. With Chelsea top 12, the Rags 10, and City 9, Spurs 9, and Arsenal 8th. And who's next up? Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal at the Josie Stadium on next Saturday at 12 o'clock. So, for instance, Saturday or Sunday? Saturday at 12 o'clock, 4th of October, UK time. For instance, it's about 6 o'clock for me. So, but I'll be watching it. So I'll be going. Excellent. But yeah, I can hear you and I can hear you very, very well. But great. But overall, I'm delighted. I couldn't be more happier. For instance, for what we are doing. For instance, yeah, I think it's great. It's great how we're playing at the moment. And yeah, so we had the team photo yesterday, by the way, didn't we? Shame there's no trophies there. We were so unlucky last season with the injuries. So it was such a shame. Let's get to see what Andree has got to say. Still can't say his name. It's terrible. I'm really good at languages. So, for instance, and I lived in Scandinavia for 10 years. So, and I should be able to pronounce his name. Yeah, because I don't want to just. Anyway, he says the entire squad deserves credit for our excellent running form. Yes, exactly. So, it's not about it's a squad game. The Blues extended our winning run to 4 successive matches with an impressive 4-1 triumph of London City. Our head coach made 5 changes for what beat Everton 3-1 in the League Cup on Wednesday, with goals from Miedema, Laura Brinkenbaum, as well as Khadija Bonishaw Brace earning the points. In a total, 23 players now feature for City in this season, and Andree was quick to praise the impact of every single player after another excellent performance. That is important. Again, there's no favourites. They're all a team performance, and you can feel that. There's no what's it called? I like you better than you like, that kind of thing. There's a really good team, really good, and you can feel it. He said, I think when you're building a team with a group of people, I think it's one thing that everyone feels valued, and that they can contribute to the team performance, and that is important when you're creating a team, etc. The value, everybody feels valued, everybody feels want to contribute, and a lot of them are contributing by scoring goals. So yeah, that's why I think it's crucial. As long as you have the quality players, which I have, it's important that everyone has a chance to show their contributions to the team's result. That also has been shown in the last games. No matter who's on the field, they're great players and really work hard for the team. It's important for the group. London came into the game looking for their 3rd win in a row in goal competitions, but the Blues rode it into an early 2 goals lead from Miedema and Blinken-Brown. Jurgen expected the visitors to play a more aggressive style at first, but admitted they were then they reacted when they adapted their game plan. They didn't come with as much high press as we assumed. So if you give our players a lot of time and space, they'll show you how much quality the combination play you had, and that's how we got the first 2 goals. Because again, we had to expect them to play one way, etc., and we played for instance our way and got the 2 early goals. This happened at the beginning, and we have space and time with the ball, and we created a lot of scoring chances. It became more difficult when they put high pressure on us, and we need to play a little bit a different type of football, but we did, and in a good way. So there you are. So very, very good reason was to go to be happy. A very good reason. It was a good, for instance, the game by us, and we go on to Arsenal. Arsenal come to the Joie Stadium on Saturday, for instance, and we should feel fully confident of beating Arsenal. And so for instance, they're having a bit of a stuttering start compared to them. But for instance, I still believe we can win the league. What about yourself? Do you believe so? Am I living delusional? I've just got blue tinted glasses. I know I've got blue eyes, but I think it's white hair or yellow hair. No, I just feel confident now. For instance, going into the games now. For instance, and as long as we keep fitness. And again, we still got Hemp and Taylor, for instance. Lauren Hemp and Mary to come back as well. I'm not sure if there's anybody else. I think maybe one more off. But other than that, for instance, once we get all our squad, and I think the way they're playing, there's a really good, and we can keep fit, and and we can. I think we'll do something this season. I think we'll definitely win the league, and we'll definitely pick up a cup if we continue playing the way we're playing. So there's no reason why we shouldn't, and no reason why we shouldn't be confident. So, but I'm very happy. Hope are you as well. But anyway, so I'm going to get going. So it's True Blue Time here from Thailand. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking. Am I deluded, or do you want to go? Are you in my boat as well? But ask me any questions you like. I'm all happy to reply. You can ask me about Thailand if you come in here as well. So, but Thailand, it's about 30 degrees today, 30 plus degrees. Bit of a wind out today, so coming to the end of our rainy season. But things are good, and and I'm feeling good, and so can't wait for Saturday, Saturday really. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. True Blue Time from Thailand. I'll speak to you very soon. Yeah.